What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Well, yesterday, y'all, we had a slew of convictions and sentences as it relates to some cases that we've been following. So the first case we have Kenneth Petty, husband of Nicki Minaj. The judge made a decision on what was going to happen to him. As you guys recall, once he moved to LA to live with his now wife, he failed to register as a sex offender in the area in which he lived. The powers that be actually wanted him to go back to jail for this violation, but a judge saw fit that maybe he shouldn't have to go back to jail. He was sentenced to 1 year of home confinement, house arrest, you will, and a $55,000 restitution to be made. Now, I will say this. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he got off easy. Oh, yada, 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 yada. But I do want to I do want to bring up that the powers that be in New York stated that he had been perfect up until this point, that he had always registered, he always followed the rules, he always did what he was supposed to do. It wasn't until, they're basically blaming Nicki Minaj, honestly, but they said it wasn't until he, got with Nicki Minaj that they started seeing that he was no longer doing what was expected of him. So there's that. Then we have former cheer star, Jerry Harris, um, was sentenced on yesterday, and he was sentenced to 12 years and $35,000 restitution to be made to a victim's organization. Now, he was convicted on one count of possessing child pornography, and another count of traveling with the intent to elicit sexual behavior or illicit sexual conduct. If you guys remember, he pled guilty, so there was no trial. But if you guys remember, he was arrested after he basically was coming on to potential young men who potentially wanted to get into cheering and who were connected to these um high end like cheering organizations and things of that nature. And so he was convicted. They said that he did show remorse in court, and that he actually was facing up to 50 years. And so he kind of got off light when you think of it like that. He will be, upon his release, he will be under supervised release. And I'm sure he's going to have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life as well. Finally, we have the conviction of the killer of Nipsey Hussle. I can say killer now because he was convicted. He was convicted of first-degree murder. And we know that last week, I didn't report on it, but last week, or earlier this week, I should say, he wasn't even able to appear in court because he had been jumped in jail. So he was convicted of killing Nipsey Hussle back in 2016. There was no date given, or at least not in the article I read, on when his sentencing would be handed down. But first degree murder in the state of California, it's probably not going to be good for him. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys some updates on some of these stories that happened on yesterday. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to y'all later. Peace.